Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's question is all about when are we ever going to move past the point where people stop blaming video games for problems that ultimately aren't even related to them. Now today's lovely topic comes to us from Chicago, the state of Illinois, beautiful, beautiful city that I've been to numerous times. Now a representative, Marcus Evans Jr., decided as a politician, as a representative for his people, he noticed that carjackings were suddenly on the rise. Now, of course, I don't have to explain to the audience what a carjacking is. Basically, someone drives their nice new car on the street, somebody comes up on the street and says, I like your car, let me take it. And that's pretty much how a carjacking happens, okay? Sometimes variants can occur, somebody, you'll be filling up gas, you'll go in and pay your money without locking your door, and somebody will jump right in and drive away for whatever reason. Carjackings happen, right? Now, I'm gonna start off by saying carjackings have been happening since the beginning of time. Since Ford invented the Model T, cars have been getting jacked like no tomorrow. That's pretty much how it all works, okay? Because carjacking as a crime is actually quite more common than you expect. What do you think Representative Marcus Evans Jr. fucking response was to a carjacking? We should ban Grand Theft Auto. Because yes, Marcus Evans, it's very logical. Grand Theft Auto taught me how to hijack a car. I just run up and I press the goddamn Y button. Next thing you know, I'm speeding away in a nice new Lamborghini. No, we're gonna break this video up into bits. Now, to start off, we're gonna play a little game today, okay? It's a game that I like to call A, B, and C, all right? I want you, the audience, in the comments section to let me know what you agree with. Now, there are three scenarios as to why carjackings are on the rise. Number one, A, all right? We live in a pandemic where people don't really have jobs as much anymore, so some people are more incentivized to maybe steal a car or do something of that sort, commit criminal activities. It's not glamorous, it's not good, but it may be a possibility. Okay, scenario number B, all right, scenario letter B, so, to patch myself up. Maybe carjacking is actually a mid-level crime, all right, a little crime operation that organized crime does. A car gets stolen, it gets sent to a chop shop, the car gets broken down, or it gets shipped overseas, bam, money is made. Or, here's number C, Grand Theft Auto suddenly caused a spike in carjackings. Now, the history of the Grand Theft Auto franchise is one from the PlayStation 1 era. Because carjackings have always really happened before the release date of the first Grand Theft Auto game, I'm going to assume Grand Theft Auto didn't significantly fucking spike carjackings out of no tomorrow. But again, it's very easy to blame a video game for society's fucking failings, is it not? I also love how vague one of these descriptions of the game is, where this activist Walker actually agreed with Evan's conclusion of the game, in which players steal cars as part of a larger plot of organized crime. Can you describe that larger plot, or is it just like you're assuming because it's a single player, oriented game? Maybe it does. Last time I played GTA 5, which was a bunch, stealing cars is part of it, but most of these campaign missions, the vehicle is sourced for you. I think the only time I ever had to steal cars was for like a heist setup in the single player, so I'd like more of an elaboration on this generic point. Now that we've gotten past A, B, or C, alright, let's get into the idea of blaming video games, alright? Throughout time, there have been numerous politicians like Evans, and there have been numerous crooked bullshit lawyers like Jack Thompson, who after every time a tragic event happens, okay, and this is the thing that really fucking burns me, by the way, too. Anytime something tragic will happen, usually involving children or something, these fucking clowns, okay, no, not clowns, the fucking circus comes out of fucking town and tells everyone, hey guys, guess what caused it? Grand Theft Auto. It's a little fucking bully. You know why kids are joyriding? Because they're playing too much Need for Speed. Alright, these people come out of nowhere and blame any video game. Now, to be real with you, I'm not going to sit here and say there aren't some people out there who look at a video game and think, oh fuck, maybe I might emulate this. I'm sure that small percentage of people exists. But as a gamer, and I've noticed a lot of my other gamer friends play a lot of M-rated games as we were growing up, we didn't turn out to be criminal masterminds, okay? A lot of us are just simple, hardworking fellas that are pure gamers at heart. Now, to understand, this whole bill that he wants to pass, Evans, will get the game banned. Grand Theft Auto 5, in this case specifically mentioned, from the state. Now, I don't know how much this is actually going to fucking be enforced, because let's be goddamn honest over here. According to all of the synopsis, if it gets banned from stores, okay, fine. How are you going to get it banned from services like Amazon that could probably get it shipped from out of state in? Okay, maybe that might be completely illegal too. How are you going to ban the game from being sold fucking digitally, Evans, okay? How are you going to stop fucking little Timmy from using mommy's credit card to buy the game off fucking PlayStation Network or Xbox Live, okay? They can probably just change the fucking region they're in and bam, they can buy whatever the fuck they want. See, this whole law doesn't make any sense because enforcement is just never going to happen. See, I think what Evans is doing is, as a politician, he realizes that basically he has to suck dick for fucking money and make it look like he's actually done something in the region that he works in. So in order to try to reduce carjackings in some fucking way, he's gonna blame a video game, get it banned, and if carjackings go down even 0.1%, he's gonna fucking suck that statistic off like no goddamn tomorrow. And that's pretty much how the scenario works. It's a really shitty system, and it doesn't really bode well. These are politicians who do nothing for the grand majority of society except trying to do these little tiny fucking things to make it look good. Maybe if you looked at carjackings in Chicago and you linked it to organized crime, maybe if you fucking focused on that little nail on the head, you might actually get some goddamn results. But you know what? That would require you to have a that would require you to do a lot more work than simply filing a stupid fucking bill, right? That would require you to get involved with law enforcement, weed out corruption, and deal with actual criminal elements in your area that may or may not be paying off people by the fucking boatload. But you know, we're gonna back out from this scenario and dial it down a little bit because I want to talk about video games more. Video games are becoming one of the most money-making mediums imaginable, okay? There used to be a point where movie makers were jizzing themselves with their box office sales. And now, video game producers, AAA video game producers, make those box offices sales in a matter of hours, days at this point. Call of Duty is one of the biggest game franchises out there. And I'm sure GTA isn't just the only stopping point. I'm sure these politicians and these lawyers would just love to fucking say kids are turning into radicalized monsters playing Call of Duty. Oh yeah? Oh, you think Call of Duty is a fucking realistic depiction of warfare? Motherfucker, everyone says they fuck my mom and they run around 360 no-scoping me. That's not how a fucking war operates, okay? Maybe if you threw Arma under the bus, I could kind of fucking understand. But that's just how it works. It's the reason why these politicians and these lawyers constantly sit to sort of demonize video games and make the entire medium look like it's still a fucking kid's toy. Video games have evolved since the days of fucking Pong. We have gotten video games with mature themes like Manhunt, which is a game that can never be made today, okay? Because if someone made a game like Manhunt today, these politicians and lawyers would be fucking destroying it by the truckload. We cannot have mature experiences anymore like that. I would even wager to say games as beautiful and mystifying as BioShock would even have a problem coming out today. And I have no idea why, but it's just how the system works. Video games have evolved, and I understand, you know, if the entire argument was keeping these games away from children, which is sort of the last point that I want to get onto, okay? Why is it that as fucking adults, as free adults, you know, as somebody that is 26 fucking years old, this ban would affect me more than anybody else? Carjackings are not going to go down. Let's just throw that statistic out of the fucking window. But as somebody that is an adult, why is it that you're encroaching on my fucking medium? If you're going to ban video games, you might as well ban movies like Heat, violent movies. Movies like Heat are direct inspirations to Grand Theft Auto 5, okay? You might as well ban violent rap music too. I don't fucking agree with that, and I'm not promoting that idea whatsoever. But it's so unfair for these people to ban video games and not any bit of other mediums out there. Grand Theft Auto is more than just a sandbox where you kill people and steal cars. It's an entire story. It's an entire world simulation. It's a fucking experience from start to finish that is artistic, that is beautiful in nature, and that's just how the single player pretty much operates over there. Multiplayer is a whole fucking different story, but the thing that burns me is these politicians look at these video games like it's still the era of fucking Pong and fail to realize that it's more than just a video game. It's an entire fucking experience. But then again, like I said earlier, these clowns, these politicians and fucking lawyers, they're not the clown. They're the entire fucking circus. It's a fucking circus situation going. This is the carnival we're looking at, okay? That's That's just how it goes. Now, to whittle on down back to the last point when it comes to this, is that if we're going to go with the notion of parents being involved into it, I just want to say for the record, every time you purchase a video game, and like, for instance, Grand Theft Auto 4, all right, on like any system, if you look real close, there's this thing called an ESRB rating. If you live in Europe, it's probably called like PEGI or something, but the general consensus is the same. This is an M-rated game. It says M, which is the age requirement of 17 plus, kind of like a fucking R rating, right? Let's go look at the back and see what this game has. It has blood, all right? It has intense violence. It has strong sexual content. So when your kid, when you're a fucking mom that buys this game for their kid, and you walk in, and it's like, what are you doing in the strip club? That lady has no clothes on. You have lost the right to bitch because you bought your kid a game with strong sexual content. And then use of drugs and alcohol. The game pretty much fucking denotes the bad things into it. And as a side note, why are you buying games like Grand Theft Auto? It literally says it literally uses a term of an actual crime. Buying this for your fucking 8 to 10-year-old child is just stupid fucking parenting. If you buy your kid Call of Duty Cold War Black Ops or whatever, Black Ops Cold War, you are buying your child a game with the word Cold War into it. You were probably alive during the Cold War, you old fuck. You understand what it is. Black Ops, yeah, the kind of operations where torture is like Fisher-Price level shit, yeah, you're buying that for your kid? I'm gonna buy my kid Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You lost your right to bitch about violence because the fucking title of the game had the word assassin in it, okay? It's an M-rated experience. It says on the box. But I don't know if you can reach parents like this. They're just too fucking stupid. So if you have children, take the time to fucking raise them, and if you really care about their upbringing and not wanting them to play bad games, think twice about what you buy. But this also leads to the last point of the video. How much are you going to keep this kind of fucking content hidden away from kids? As a child, I played games like Manhunt. I played games like Vice City with strip clubs into it. You know what my parents said when they came across that? They sat me down, they explained to me the good and bad of all these scenarios, and I understood as a child what right from wrong was. See, you know what my parents did? They actually did their fucking job, which is way more than most parents of today could even fucking do. But this video has gone on long enough. I genuinely think that these bans, which unfortunately, given the fact that they're really pushing for it, could actually pass through. If video games start to get banned, I don't really know what to tell you, but I consider all of this complete and utter bullshit. And I want there to be a day where we get past all of these fucking useless individuals wasting their time, breath, money, or whatever to consistently blame a medium that is evolving way beyond the times, and these people just don't seem to fucking recognize it. This is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.